Okay, welcome to the training videos on intros and outros. So what I've done is I've basically clicked on Create Engagement Player, which brings me to this screen. So we're going to go ahead and just enter a name, and we're just going to call this demo, intro, outro. And we're basically going to select our video type. So I'm going to go through a couple of these here. So for MP4s, you can have an intro and an outro as well as the main source. For YouTube, it is the same. Intro, outro, main source. For Vimeo, you cannot have intros and outros. You can only have one single video. The reason for that is the restrictions based on paid accounts through Vimeo are limit what we can do with access to Vimeo. So you can create intros and outro videos and add them to your engagements with your own MP4 files or YouTube. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and use YouTube. So what I've done is I've basically found three kind of goofy videos for us to take a look at. The first one here we're going to put as our main source, and then we'll enter in a intro, and then we'll put in an outro. Now, what you want to use these for, in case you're not familiar with using intros and outros, is if you're using somebody else's videos, something off of YouTube, you may want to record your own personal intro to that video, or your own personal kind of exit or your outro to that video as well. So what this does is kind of puts them, kind of splices them together so that you can put your own personal touch on the beginning of the video or at the end of the video, or both. In this case, we'll go ahead and do both. So I'm just going to go ahead and save these video details. All right, and that brings us to our builder here. And what I'm going to do is drag a quick 50-50 in here and then put our player in. Okay, so if you've been through the other training video, or if you have not been through the other training video about building an engagement, I suggest you do that first, as I'm going to just simply talk about how you interact with intros, outros, and main videos, and how you apply an engagement or an interaction to that. So for anything more specific, please see the other training video. So what you're going to see here, and the big difference between having an intro and an outro versus just a main, is there's going to be three buttons up here on your video. And it'll basically tell you load intro, load main, and load outro. Okay? So if we have intro right here, that's my intro video, that's my main video, and that's my outro video. Okay? So what we're going to do is go ahead and just drag just any old element in here, just for the sake of example, and I'll just go ahead and put a paragraph in. So what I can do is now I am on the intro right here. Okay, so you'll notice that that has changed out. So if I wanted to put some sort of engagement on the intro and then maybe wanted it to go out to exit on the main or even on the outro, I can do so. Okay, so right now we just want to make sure that we're selecting the right one here. So if you can see I can toggle through those as well for here, so you can see exactly where you are. And we'll create these exactly the same way. Okay, so I have this selected, and there's two ways that I can get this this particular engagement to start, and that is by playing the video and simply hitting that, which will then fill in the time, or same way as any other, is just go ahead and enter it in there. I can then go ahead and apply any kind of an effect I'd like to that. Now, what we can also do then is go ahead and maybe set an end time for this, so if we wanted it to go off screen. So what you're going to see is you can basically, now because I'm on the intro, I can put that out anywhere I would like. Okay, so I could put it on the main video at 2 seconds as well. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is that during the intro video, 2 seconds in, this is going to appear. When the main video starts 2 seconds in, it will disappear. Okay. So we'll go ahead and preview. And I'm going to go ahead and mute these. We'll go ahead and do that and start the video up. Go ahead and mute it. And there it is. Okay, so it has appeared, and I'm going to just forward through because it's a bit of a long video. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then you'll notice the main video will start to load. And there it goes. And now we're 1, 2, and it's gone. Okay, so let's take another quick example here. I'm going to use the same one, and I'm just going to go ahead and clear these out. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and load the main video. Now on the main video, let's say I wanted it to appear at, again, 2 seconds is when I would like this to enter. Okay, so that means this will not show up until it goes all the way through the intro video and gets 2 seconds into the main video. Now, if you'll notice, as I toggle through here, it will not let me go back to intro, because you cannot have an engagement disappear before it appears, which is just pretty much common sense. So we basically lock that and don't allow you to do so. However, I could put this on the outro if I wanted to, or just keep it in the main video itself. So again, it's not real difficult to kind of figure out. You can easily toggle through these things and make the changes as you see fit. I just wanted to kind of point out the fact that you cannot end an engagement or an animation before it actually starts. And that concludes the intro and outro training.